Okay, Tim from Max here, talking Max My Trade. Let's talk about the yes/no questions in the Max My Trade app. The yes/no questions can be between 4 and 6 questions. It's the second step in the Max My Trade appraisal process. The yes/no questions need to focus on the value of the vehicle. Okay? Simply put, we want to be making sure that we're planting the seeds in the customer's head that there are things that affect the value of your car, and we're going to look at them. All right? Now know this, these questions inside Max My Trade are 100% customizable to your location, and they must be answered by the customer. All right, what does that mean? So you'll notice here in this video, Patrick and Sarah are out by the vehicle. This is how it should be. Your salesperson needs to take the customer out to their car with the iPad and answer these questions. If it's so, scan their driver's license, collect the data. It's so much more impactful when the salesperson and the customer are out by the vehicle together. Now, what's next? All right, after we've collected the customer data, it's on to the yes/no questions. Okay? Now, here are some best popular yes/no questions and how to ask them. 1, are you the registered owner? So now this goes against everything I've said, right? That they should all be about the value of the car. But in this case, we want to make sure that we're talking to the right person. I think this is a great question to have in the yes/no section of the Max My Trade. Let's make sure we're getting off on the right foot and before we get down the road and have to consummate this deal, are you the right person who can trade this car? Second, most popular yes/no question. Has this vehicle ever been in any type of a collision? What a great question, right? Simply put, yes or no. If the customer doesn't know, we'll just say no. It's important to know that we don't want the salesperson and the customer to get confrontational about anything. We just want to let the customer know that we're thinking about things like body repairs and they may affect the value of the car. Is the odometer accurate and original? This isn't my favorite question, but it's a pretty good one. Yeah, we're going to check the Carfax to make sure, but we want the customer to know that we're probably going to make sure that the odometer is working because it definitely affects the value of the car when the miles may not be accurate. I love this question. Do you have the second key and remote? If a customer is driving a very expensive car, a remote and a second key could cost you thousands. Now, at the dealership, right, we may be able to replace that item for less, but it's important to let the customer know that we're thinking about that and it could affect the value of their car. Are there any aftermarket modifications? I think this is a great chance for the customer to brag about their car. If they spent that extra money on the lift kit or tinted windows, let them tell you about it. We just want to know, yes or no, did you make any modifications to your car that in your mind might affect the value? And finally, does your AC work? Now, down in the south, this is absolutely key. Maybe not so much up north, but it could cost thousands if the air conditioning in a particular vehicle isn't working. Always remember, be sure to click next at the bottom